Welcome back! Today on Dialed In DIY, I'm going to talk about a great way to get some DIY materials so cheap, it sometimes feels like stealing. It's not rocket science, and you may already know this, but I want to give you a different way of thinking about basic marketing and how to use it to your advantage. Big discount stores are already selling things at a great price, but they can't hang on to things very long, so the deals get great when the demand disappears. That often starts just days before the end of a holiday, or even right after back to school season ends. So let me show you what I picked up on one day at one store, with nothing costing more than a quarter. And in just a bit, I'll show you how I break a bunch of this stuff down so that I can use the parts for other projects. First thing I found on my list was this great Jell-O mold of a brain, which I can use for a lot of different things, including next year Halloween. I also found a bunch of these great little black lights that aren't really UV lights, but they do make a nice purple glow. Let's face it, I'm not going to pick up a black light bulb for just 25 cents, but I am going to be able to get a bunch of different colored flashing LED lights and batteries for a quarter on each set. You could always choose to use this as is for future holidays, or do what I do and take them apart to repurpose for other projects where you might want a flashing light or a bunch of flashing lights or some just different colored LEDs. The other cool thing was everything that you see here that can flash, light up, or glow actually already has 2 to 3 fully functioning button cell batteries inside. First, I'll show you what the circuit boards look like that come out of some of these, and then I'll show you how I broke them apart. This particular first one came out of those little snowman looking kind of thing that's flashing there, and it actually has one LED that flashes 2 different colors. It also has a nice little switch which can be repurposed for other projects too. Similarly, the little clown nose has a momentary switch, and this glowing purple thing actually has a impact switch on the inside. You slam it, it causes the connection to complete, and there's 2 LEDs that flash different colors. I actually used this little flashing device in one of these pumpkins you see in the inset picture. That was from a set of plaster decorations I made from scratch in a previous video, which is linked in the description below. I've actually made it a little personal game of mine to see what kind of a great deal I can get after different holidays throughout this past year, including the back to school sales. I'll talk a little bit about that in just a minute, but for now, I want to start looking at breaking the things down to get to the parts that I can use in another project, well, at least from the stuff I've got in this haul. Most of the stuff that I picked up that have lights and batteries on the inside can easily be wedged apart to get to the circuit board and the batteries. Sometimes there's a couple of screws on the inside that hold everything to the plastic case, but those are easy to remove and you're left with a slim, sleek little board that gives you everything you need for the components that flash, light up, or glow. Some of these items even have parts that can be taken off and used by themselves as accessories, like these beads, which are great for New Year's or other parties, or like those little Velcro ties, bow ties that you saw, that could be even used for part of a pet costume. The other nice part is, at 25 cents each, I don't mind getting a little impatient as I take some things apart and sometimes break the outside case. I just try to be careful about making sure I don't break the circuit board or any of the parts on the inside that I might want to reuse. The 5 LEDs out of this device actually flash pretty bright and red, which is really cool, especially for a quarter. Something like this could actually be great inside another case to be used on a bike or maybe a backpack for nighttime adventures. I mentioned there's a lot of cool things you can get at different holiday times and different stores at great discounts. Today alone, I actually picked up 2 brand new strobe lights at 75% off original price each. That was a great little score. Like I mentioned before, right after a holiday or even back to school time, these big stores need to clear their shelves so they can get ready for the next sale. And I've been able to pick up some really good stuff at a great price. Tape, glue, other kinds of adhesives, as well as wrapping paper and all kinds of other stuff that have worked great in many of my projects. And by the way, if you found some great deals at new locations, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for stopping by Dialed In DIY and checking out the video today. I hope it's helped to give some creative thoughts that get you thinking about where you might want to get some parts and materials for future projects. In many of my other videos, I like to take things apart to get things that I can repurpose or salvage for a project, but it's also nice when you can get things at a great deal. If you want to check out some of the other stuff I've made with these parts, check out my playlists. And then please feel free to subscribe and come back because there'll be plenty more Dialed In DIY to come.